Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, uncharted desert, the horizon stretching endlessly before you, shimmering with the promise of a life you've yet to claim. The sand beneath your feet is warm, each grain a memory, a habit, a thought that has shaped who you are. But what if you could reshape those grains, sculpt them into a path that leads to your best self? A self that is fearless, fulfilled, and radiant with purpose. Dr. Joe Dispenza, a visionary in neuroscience and quantum physics, believes this is not a dream, but a science. His teachings are a map through the desert of your mind, guiding you to rewire your brain, rewrite your story, and become the person you were always meant to be. This is the science of becoming, a journey into the heart of your potential, where thoughts become reality and the impossible becomes possible. The first step on this journey is understanding a radical truth. Your brain is not your destiny. For too long, we've been taught that our personalities, our habits, our limitations are fixed, etched into the circuitry of our minds like words carved in stone. But Dispenza shatters this myth. He says, you are not hardwired to be the same person for the rest of your life. Your brain, with its 86 billion neurons and trillions of connections, is a living, malleable masterpiece. Through the process of neuroplasticity, it can change, adapt, and rewire itself based on the thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, and the actions you take. This is the foundation of Dispenza's work. The idea that you are the artist of your own mind, capable of sculpting a new reality. Let's bring this to life with a story. Meet Emily, a woman in her 30s who felt trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. She dreamed of starting her own bakery, but every time she considered taking the leap, a voice whispered, "You're not good enough." That voice wasn't just in her head, it was wired into her brain, a neural pathway strengthened by years of repetition. Dispenza's research shows that every thought you think triggers an electrical and chemical reaction in your brain, reinforcing neural networks. For Emily, each self-doubting thought was like a well-worn path, keeping her stuck. But Dispenza's teachings offered her a way out. He explains, neurons that fire together wire together. By consciously choosing new thoughts, like "I am capable of success," and pairing them with emotions like confidence and joy, Emily could create new neural pathways. She began meditating daily, visualizing herself running a thriving bakery, feeling the pride of her first sale. Over months, her brain rewired, her confidence grew, and she opened a small shop that became a local favorite. Emily's story is a testament to Dispenza's core principle: change your mind and you change your life. This idea that your thoughts shape your reality is not just philosophy, it's science. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself, has been studied extensively. For example, a 2011 study in the Journal of Neuroscience found that mindfulness meditation increases gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for planning and self-control. Dispenza takes this further, combining meditation with visualization to amplify the effect. He teaches that when you focus on a clear intention, like becoming healthier, happier, or more successful, and immerse yourself in the emotions of that future, you prime your brain to act as if it's already real. This is where the magic happens. Your brain doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. By living your future in your mind, you begin to create it in your reality. Let's explore another story. David, a 40-year-old accountant, felt like life had passed him by. He was overweight, stressed, and stuck in a job that drained his soul. He wanted to become a fitness coach, but his inner dialogue was relentless. "You're too old to start over." Inspired by Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, David began meditating, visualizing himself as fit, energized, and inspiring others. He didn't just picture it, He felt it, immersing himself in the joy of running, the pride of helping clients. Dispenza says, you have to feel the feeling of your future before it happens. Over a year, David's brain rewired, his habits changed, and he lost 60 pounds while enrolling in a coaching program. Opportunities appeared, a local gym offered him a job, and clients flocked to his infectious enthusiasm. David's transformation shows that no matter where you are, you can rewire your brain to become someone new. Now let's dive into the quantum field, a cornerstone of Dispenza's teachings. He proposes that everything in the universe, your thoughts, emotions, and reality, exists as energy in a quantum field of infinite possibilities. To become your best self, you must align your inner state with the reality you want to create. Dispenza explains, when you change your energy, you change your life. This is not mystical. It's rooted in quantum physics, which suggests that observation and intention influence outcomes at the subatomic level. By focusing on a clear vision, say a thriving career or vibrant health, and pairing it with elevated emotions like gratitude or love, you send a signal into the quantum field, attracting experiences that match that frequency. Think of it like tuning a radio. Your thoughts and feelings set the dial, and the universe responds with the station you've chosen. Consider Sarah, a single mother who dreamed of writing a novel but believed she lacked the talent. Her self-doubt was a neural habit, reinforced daily. Dispenza's teachings showed her that beliefs are just thoughts you've thought so often they feel true. She began meditating using Dispenza's tuning into new potentials technique, visualizing herself as a published author, feeling the pride of holding her book. She paired this with small actions, writing for 20 minutes a day. Over 2 years, her brain rewired, her confidence soared, and she finished her manuscript. One day, she randomly met an editor at a writing workshop, leading to a publishing deal. Dispenza would say this was no coincidence. It was the quantum field responding to her aligned energy. Sarah's story illustrates that when you change your inner world, the outer world follows. This brings us to the emotional climax of our journey, the moment where everything shifts. Picture yourself standing before a vast canvas, your life stretched out before you. The colors are yours to choose, fear or courage, doubt or possibility, stagnation or growth. Dispenza asks, what if you woke up every day as the person you admire most? This is not a rhetorical question, it's a call to action. Your brain is not your cage, it's your masterpiece. Your thoughts are not your limits, they're your tools. Every meditation, every intentional thought, every elevated emotion is a brushstroke toward your best self. Emily, David, and Sarah chose to paint a new picture, and their lives transformed. Now the brush is in your hand. Will you paint the same old patterns, or will you dare to create a masterpiece? This is the moment to decide. Who will you become? This climax is not just a feeling, it's a scientific turning point. Dispenza's research highlights the theta brainwave state, a meditative state where the subconscious becomes accessible. In theta, you can rewrite limiting beliefs like, I'm not enough, and replace them with empowering ones like, I am limitless. Studies, such as a 2018 paper in Frontiers in Psychology, show that theta wave meditation enhances brain coherence, aligning the heart and mind. This coherence reduces stress hormones like cortisol and boosts feel-good chemicals like oxytocin, creating a fertile ground for change. Dispenza's workshops are filled with stories of participants experiencing breakthroughs, tears of release, laughter of joy, as they realize they are not bound by their past. This is the power of the science of becoming. It is not about changing the world around you, it's about changing the world within you. Let's expand with another story. Meet James, a veteran struggling with PTSD. Nightmares and anxiety kept him trapped in the past. Dispenza's teachings showed him that trauma is not just emotional, it's neurological, wired into the brain's stress response. Using Dispenza's reconditioning the body to a new mind meditation, James focused on gratitude for small moments, a sunrise, a kind word. He visualized a peaceful future, feeling calm and safe. Over months, his brain rewired, his symptoms eased, and he began volunteering at a community center, helping others heal. Dispenza's words rang true. Your body is your subconscious mind. By changing his inner state, James changed his reality, proving that even the deepest wounds can be transformed. Now let's explore the role of environment. Dispenza teaches that your surroundings reinforce your neural patterns. If you're surrounded by negativity, people, media, or spaces that drain you, your brain mirrors it. But if you curate an environment that supports your vision, transformation accelerates. Take Lisa, a teacher who felt burned out. Her colleagues' complaints reinforced her stress, wiring her brain for exhaustion. Inspired by Dispenza, she joined a yoga community, listened to uplifting podcasts, and meditated in nature. Her brain adapted, and she rediscovered her passion for teaching. Within a year, she ran a marathon, her energy and enthusiasm inspiring her students. Dispenza says, your environment is an extension of your mind. Lisa's story shows that by changing your surroundings, you change your brain. Obstacles are part of the journey. Rewiring your brain is not a quick fix. Old neural pathways, like habits of fear or procrastination, resist change. Dispenza warns that the body, conditioned by years of familiar emotions, will crave the status quo. You might feel discomfort or doubt as you step into new thoughts. This is normal. Consider Maria, who feared public speaking. Her body tensed at the thought of a stage, a reaction wired into her nervous system. Using Dispenza's blessing of the energy centers meditation, she visualized speaking with confidence, feeling joy instead of fear. It took months, but she gave a keynote speech to applause. Dispenza's insight is clear. The discomfort of change is the signal that you're growing. Let's delve deeper into heart-brain coherence, a key Dispenza concept. When your thoughts, mind, and emotions heart align, you create a magnetic field that draws your desired reality closer. A 2019 study in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine found that heart-brain coherence reduces stress and enhances well-being. Dispenza's meditations often focus on gratitude, a shortcut to coherence. Take Alex, who held resentment from a failed business venture. He used Dispenza's techniques to visualize forgiveness, feeling freedom instead of anger. His brain rewired, and he launched a new startup that thrived. Dispenza says, an elevated emotion produces an elevated reality. Alex's story proves that aligning heart and mind is a catalyst for transformation. The science of becoming also involves letting go of the past. Dispenza explains that memories are stored in your brain and body, triggering the same emotions repeatedly. To create a new future, you must release old emotions. Consider Rachel, a nurse who felt unappreciated at work. She carried resentment, which wired her brain for frustration. Through Dispenza's meditations, she visualized a fulfilling career, feeling gratitude for future opportunities. Her brain rewired, her attitude shifted, and she was promoted to a leadership role. Dispenza's words resonate. You can need to create a new future while holding on to the emotions of the past. Let's add another layer with the story of Mark, a student who struggled with procrastination. He wanted to excel academically, but wasted hours on distractions. Dispenza's teachings showed him that procrastination was a neural habit wired by years of avoidance. Using the Change Your Mind, Create New Results meditation, Mark visualized himself as disciplined, feeling the pride of completing tasks. He paired this with small actions, studying for 25 minutes daily. Over a semester, his brain rewired, his grades soared, and he earned a scholarship. Marquez' transformation echoes Dispenza's principle. Small changes in your thoughts lead to big changes in your life. As we move forward, let's consider the collective impact. Dispenza believes that when you elevate your state, you send ripples into the quantum field, inspiring others. Take Anna, a mother who felt disconnected from her family. Using Dispenza's techniques, she meditated on love and connection, rewiring her brain for joy. Her renewed warmth transformed her relationships, and her children began pursuing their passions. One person's change can spark a chain reaction, proving that becoming your best self is a gift to the world. Let's explore another concept, the power of intention. Dispenza teaches that a clear intention, paired with an elevated emotion, is like a seed planted in the quantum field. Consider Tom, a musician who lost his confidence after a failed audition. He used Dispenza's tuning into new potentials meditation, visualizing himself performing with passion, feeling the thrill of applause. His brain rewired, his confidence returned, and he landed a gig at a major festival. Dispenza says, "Your intention is the blueprint, your emotion is the fuel." Tom's story shows that intention backed by feeling can manifest miracles. The journey also involves embracing the unknown. Dispenza warns that transformation requires stepping beyond the familiar. Your brain craves predictability, but growth lies in uncertainty. Take Sophia, who wanted to leave a toxic job but feared financial instability. She used Dispenza's meditations to visualize a fulfilling career, feeling security in her future. Her brain rewired, and she took a leap, starting a freelance business that thrived. Dispenza's insight is profound. The unknown is where the new you is born. As we near the end, let's reflect on the bigger picture. Becoming your best self is a journey of creation, not correction. Dispenza's science shows that your brain is a tool, your thoughts are a brush, and your emotions are the colors. Every meditation, every intentional thought, every moment of gratitude is a stroke toward a masterpiece. Dispenza asks, if you could be anyone, who would you be? The answer is not out there, it's within you, waiting to be sculpted. Emily, David, Sarah, James, Lisa, Maria, Alex, Rachel, Mark, Anna, Tom, and Sophia all chose to become their best selves, and their lives transformed. Now it's your turn. The desert before you is not barren. It's a canvas of infinite possibility. Your brain is not your limit. It's your ally. Your thoughts are not your chains. They're your wings. Dr. Joe Dispenza's science is an invitation to step into your power, to rewire your mind, to create a reality that reflects your highest vision. The path is yours to walk, the canvas yours to paint. Will you take the brush and begin? If this message has awakened something within you, write in the comments, "I am sculpting my best self." Share your story, like this video, and subscribe to join a community of creators, dreamers, and transformers. The science is clear, the canvas is ready. Will you start painting today?